Alrighty, just quickly before this video gets started, just want to cover a couple of things. So unfortunately, I do want to apologize for the delay that we had. Unfortunately, I had some hard drive issues where my computer that I used to edit would not even boot up, but we were able to thankfully get that dealt with because we don't have the money to replace that. But we were able to deal with that. However, the hard drive, I'm assuming the hard drive that was causing that problem to begin with, has all of the, or not all of them, but a good amount of videos that I had recorded. This one was not actually, or the one that will be after this, was thankfully able to be salvaged, but the other ones unfortunately couldn't actually open them in the editing program. I'm assuming it's just not stable enough, and instead of holding this up any longer, I figure what we will do is we will actually just do like a montage type deal where I cover the stuff that we would have covered in those parts, and then we'll catch back up to where we left off with the Let's Play proper. So we're going to do two parts in quick succession, which will be this and the preceding part that was able to be saved, and then the next video, which will be the montage type deal. So hopefully those two work out, and you enjoy those, pardon me. But yeah, like I said, that's the game plan with that, because we were having difficulties and we don't want to hold this up any longer. But yeah, once this clip is over with, because later on, well actually in the very beginning, I'm going to talk about killing Agheel, so I figured I'd clip that in here and I'd actually get the explanation out here, and then once this is over with, it'll go back into the video that was salvaged. So hopefully you guys did enjoy us killing Agheel, since we may as well get that out since we end up talking about it. But now we will take over into the in a few seconds we'll take over with the old video proper. Alright, welcome back to Elden Ring. Last time we left off, we defeated the Erdtree Avatar, we beat the flying lizard Agheel, and we got rot breath. I believe that was that episode. Being quiet to listen for Blythe. I'm a hope that I've already... Well, yeah, okay. Blythe is there, so we're going to open up this guy, because we have to go back to Kale. I don't know if it's Kale or Kale, but I'm going to call him Kale. And we can go back to him and get some info on our main man Blythe. Then after talking to him, getting the info from that, we'll go back, talk to Blythe, then we're going to go Evergaol clearing. And so over here, we get to talk to Santa Claus.
Weren't you? Well, you're back.
I don't care. Howling in the Mistwood.
Wolf. In the Mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolves howl, make this signal right under the source. Oh, don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
Alright, and with that, we can go back over here, and we get to talk to Blythe. Oh, I also have not talked to Kenneth Haight, so we might talk to Kenneth Haight as well. Yeah, this is the one thing about doing a playthrough alongside like playing the game personally with like 6 other playthroughs, keeping up with what is where and where is what. Just like sometimes you don't realize what is and what isn't done, and this is why I try to keep them as close together. And if you think this is bad, you should see my Skyrim mod profiles. I think there's like 50, like literally 50 different profiles. And if it's not 50 for Skyrim, if you add in Skyrim, no, wrong one, finger snap, But if you add in Skyrim, Fallout New Vegas, yeah, we're approaching 50. So I thought that thing was standing up. I was about to say, oh no, we have a problem. But yeah, like I was saying, so me running them side by side is kind of a normal thing, but sometimes hard to keep track of.
Harley sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darriwil. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darriwil is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Alright, so you would think that this actually requires you to find a guy, come back to Blythe, talk to Blythe, do anything like that. Yeah, no, that's not how this works. So, obviously, for the people who have already done this, they know to just come over here. But, pointing it out anyway, that instead of you doing any of that, you just happen to find this rando Evergaol. And there's no indication that that would be the case. Like, literally would be no indication. It's already unlocked. There's no stone sword key that would keep you out for a couple of seconds. There's no like summon sign. There's nothing that would indicate it. So you probably clear it before you ever even met Blythe. So I'm wondering why they did it that way. And maybe the whole purpose of this was just like, maybe we'll just give you some extra help because the Bloodhounds are usually some more challenging enemies. Usually. This isn't gonna make him look good at all, though. Just saying. This fight's not gonna make him look good. And, oh, come on. Mind you, I have Blythe to distract him. And I'm just poisoning him with rot breath, which isn't fair. But do you see how much damage that does? And he's dead now. I'm done fighting. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not even gonna. What did I tell you? So it's not like this fight in particular needs a summon. I mean, you could solo this fight. I just do it for Blythe, and Blythe gives me a smithing somber too. And that I feel like is worth it. I want the somber stones. I don't know. I know you can actually buy them, but you can't buy them early on. And always nice to have free stuff.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize.
And I wouldn't call it work.
Oh yes. I should say, if you venture north to Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon.
Later on, though.
That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted ways.
Alright, when the giant wolf man in the fur coat says it's time to go, it's time to go. Actually, let me check my inventory because I may not have to go over here. Do I have Radigan's Skarski? Actually, I was like, why would I have it? I didn't have Rot Breath, and this is very much so a boss that I prefer fighting with Scarlet Rot. Again, not that it's hard, it's just that, and I'm not trying to be that guy, but even though I'm trying to do a let's play and, show as much of the game off as possible, the game's been out for 2 years for one. 2, this ends up becoming an enemy, just like a normal enemy. And 3, it's just hard for me to ignore what is objectively more efficient. Like, I could fight this guy with just the mace, which would still do decent damage, but, and I don't have to get Scarlet Rot for every single character, but it makes every fight easier. It's easier when this guy Oh wait, I don't have enough. I didn't get hit because I'm not even rolling fast enough. It's easier when he stays far back and you can, or not even far back. It's easier when you can get the free damage right as he's summoning in. But this is why this fight. He walks. He literally walks. He dodges one time and then he just walks towards you. And then he's ample target for status effects. Like, I'm sorry. I have no reason. In range, I have no reason to not just do this. I'm sorry. I'm not given a reason to not do this. And even though I could do just as much damage, I think I can do just as much damage with my mace. Let's not die before we find out. And then all your attacks are so flashy. Yeah, I do comparable damage with the mace. That was a decent enough chunk. Yeah, that's comparable. So I could have done it. Just won't. And we're going to be doing a fair amount of rot today. We're going to be pretty much every boss fight this episode. So unfortunately, it might get a little old. I will tell you that soon. Actually, not soon. It's going to take until at least Raya Lucario. But eventually that strategy won't work as much. And usually what I try to do, that one's clear. We're not going to get this one. That strategy, and that's kind of what I was going to get to. Eventually that strat will stop working. And Crucible Knights are perfect examples of that. I would say it's a 30-40% chance-ish on actually proccing Scarlet Rot on a Crucible Knight easily. Other than that, you're gonna just spend the entire fight running around trying to proc him, and also trying to not die because he hits so hard. And he'll end up, because I'm assuming his resistance to Scarlet Rot is high. And so by the time that you actually proc the Rot, you definitely are out of, cast. You're definitely out of Cerulean Flask. So you're definitely hoping that Rot does the job. And like, this is a scenario where I got screwed over. I needed to have hit that Rot first off. Although because it's a troll, it's a little bit more forgiving. Yeah, a lot more forgiving. I said a little bit. I should have said a lot bit. Yeah, these things are like 80%. This is the most devastating attack he has. That right there. Oh, come on. This is why I have to get mine up later. That's the next stat. After endurance, mine definitely. Definitely going for mine. Now the one thing is the reason why I don't have the Claymore out right now is because of the fact that is going to require a bit of a strength investment. And the only thing is right now, if I do that, I won't have the faith that I want. And I still, technically there are better weapons I could, well, not better, but other weapons I could possibly use. And because of that, I ain't 100% sure. Like, I definitely could upgrade the Carian Knight. Actually, I can't. I can't upgrade the Carian Knight sword because I don't have the 18 intelligence. And unless I want to work around with the twin Burger King mask, I won't have the intelligence anytime soon either. See, that's the thing. I haven't decided exactly what weapon. And that's why we're going to end up using the Banished Knight Halberd. If I can use the Banished Knight Halberd. I figured there was a strength issue on that. I actually figured, hold on, is there a weight issue? Yeah, there's also a weight issue on that. Okay. So let us go here and level up. We actually have 20, so that's cool. We can do that. 15 there. 15 endurance should actually be pretty deep. Although, hold on, we can't even go 15 because we need to go 14 strength so that we can do that. And that also opens us up to the Zweihander when we use our talisman. That's good because then we'll go 15 here, and then we'll try and go 15 here, and then we'll go eeny, meeny, miny, mo with it between the other stats. Oh, wait. I have one more level. I thought it was saying I was done. I was not done. I did not read clear. Get that extra. That's extra stamina. And I know I was just whining about not having endurance. Yeah, we'll keep that. Yeah, I was just whining about not having endurance. I mean, not having MP. But the thing is, extra defense. Extra defense is always good. And we got one more stat point to put into endurance, like I said, and then we'll actually be able to focus on MP for a bit. Because the next goal is to get MP to 100. Once MP is 100, some of the more MP intensive, summons are usable. And then also we won't have that lightning issue where we're just non-stop running out after like 5-6 lightning bolts. Now this guy, NPC size. So what I definitely recommend is trying to get this as soon as possible. Because if he gets away, like that's the issue. He'll become one of those, and if he hits me, okay, I think I should have the proc. Yeah, he's gonna hurt if he hits. He actually does hurt a fair bit. That attack there are free eats. You want to get as many free eats. That's also free eats. Just don't stand by close enough for that to hit you. The other thing is that flask. You don't even really gotta worry about it. That healing thing, he only gets one. But more importantly, Scarlet Rot tends to do enough damage. I do enough damage that's not even really an issue. At least he demonstrated the issue that I was pointing out. If he does actually hit you, he hits really hard. The likelihood of him touching you, though, is very, very slim. Very slim. And then that's gonna give you Fell Flame. Flame of the Fell God. I always forget that. I always get it wrong. But that's basically Cluelison. So I think that's the last Evergaol. 16 minutes in, last Evergaol for the areas. So I marked these to make it easier for me to remember areas that I need to go to. So this is Latenna, Albinauric girl. That's gonna give me a Spirit Ash. This is later on Nefeli and the the secret medallion for the Halic tree. This is Smaragd, Adula, Glintstone Dragon. I can't remember. No, I think Adula is the ice dragon, so maybe this is Smaragd. But this is the magic dragon. This is where we ran to get into Raya Lucaria. And then here and here, although we might get that one, so I don't want to put that there just yet. And the reason I'm doing that is because these are I'm getting Morgott Fell Omen, but the name is slipping me. Night Riders? I think they're Night Riders. Yeah, those are Night Riders. So, definitely areas to be going to later on. I need to change my Ash of War. Also going to change it to... Wow. Can I not read? Am I not reading? Is that what's going on? Actually, we'll go with that one. Just because we don't need the endurance just yet. Switch that over to our sacred. I do this every time. Sacred weapon. And then pastime to morning. I don't even know if the morning thing makes a difference. I just don't want a random bat to be over there. I only really know of a couple of the Night Rider locations, so I don't know exactly where every enemy is going to end up being, like in terms of night bosses. But some of them, I have yet to fight a Deathrite bird though. Yet to fight any of those. So, also, this is one of those bosses where my Scarlet Rot technique don't work as well. He can be rotted. I've actually tested that theory. Where are you gonna teleport to? You behind me? Yep, you're behind me. You can be rotted, but it takes a bit of effort, and honestly, I find this just to be swifter. And be careful, because you can get a straight, you can get a straight arrow shot. Now, here's the other thing that you're gonna notice. Never mind. Not gonna notice because I back up. I don't know where the window is. Oh, come on, that should have poise broke you. Yeah, I don't know where it's at. I've never been able to find it. I think I found it one time and never again was able. Literally never again. And I'm annoyed by that because I really wish I could find you, piece of crap. Oh, I don't even have FP, so it's not holy. I want to see if I can 2-for-1 you. Come on. I could have just been two-handing this from the get-go, which would have been much more intelligent. I could also bolt him down with lightning. Now, that's the real concern. And yeah, sometimes these little buddies can spawn little Deathrite skulls. Yeah, I wish I knew where that was. I have no idea where the point to do it is. Yeah, that can hit you in the back. I actually tried to roll past that and still failed. There's one more to get. That one will actually be the easier one because you're supposed to fight that one early. Also, it's in Limgrave and not in Liurnia, so that's also a little plus. But that's done. So we go over here. Stormwater Village. Summerwater Village. I don't know why I always call it Stormwater. Okay. So we should have enough time. I was about to say, maybe he's not there. But no. I count them by the spirit ashes, and I could have sworn I still had the spots open. So we'll end up taking out the Mariner, and then we'll probably end up calling it. Yeah, this one's much. He cheats compared to the other guy. Does less damage. I'm saying that while it's taking a bit more damage than I wanted. Other weapons are better for this. Great swords, really good. Great, like anything that has good stagger action. Or if you had the ornamental straight swords, you can see I'm really not interested in them. Like, I don't think they're relevant. Yeah, I was pretty sure I could survive that. And yeah, that's that. So we got through. I've peeked a couple of times though, but so we've gotten through all of the Evergaols. We've cleared out the Mariners. Agheel is dead near you. So we've cleared out all of the catacombs, Evergaols. Castle Morn is gone. Picked up Frenzy Flame. Should have all of those. Demi-humans are gone. We've gotten the boxes areas done. All the caves except for the 2 that I normally never go to, which should be 5. So what's 4? What do we have listed as 4? 3, 4. You're up there. Okay. 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 Because I want to mark this here, but I'm actually going to take that away because I never go to those. But those are the 2 things I know aren't done. I'm trying to see if everything else, though, is done. Check my inventory. Yep, so I have both of those. So both Earth Tree Sentinels are defeated, or avatars defeated. That other thing also stays until the area. That one thing that's in front of the first church where Kali is at, yeah, that stays until the area is done. There's still this thing, though. There's still that thing. Something just flew by me. Okay, yeah, we still got 5. So there's the grafted scion. But everything else is just grabbing things. So for the sake of, I guess we'll do it on screen. So I think that's what we'll do next episode. We'll start off by just grabbing items that I can remember that needs to be grabbed. I'm trying to think of actual boss encounters, fights. I know there's one up here that I want to grab, and then I think next episode we're going through Stormvale. I think we're finally able to go through Stormvale and fight Morgott and get as far into the actual castle as we can. Oh, we need to do Kenneth Heights thing. So yeah, we'll nip those 2 in the bud, and then we'll go to Stormvale. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. This one's going to be a little bit shorter than some of the other ones, just because if I tackled them all together, I wouldn't be able to actually knock them out. It will not work that way. I already know it for a fact. But hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, like always, leave a like, leave a comment to let me know what else you want to see. Let me know what you don't want to see. Also bear in mind that if it is something you don't want to see, but it's something I want to do, I still probably going to do it. Sorry, might do it. But no, besides all of that, I appreciate you for taking time to watch, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.